Something, however, happened inside of you for a moment. And this is why mentorship and taking people by the hand and helping them is so pivotally important, because you have been a catalyst for that person to hope. For a moment, they saw possibility, maybe bigger than they've seen or felt for themselves for a long time. So they put their hand up, right? They saw possibility, but it's fragile. It's fragile. And so that's why they need a mentor by themselves, by their side, doing those initial contacting and three-way calls and helping them follow up and helping them build and helping them invite so that they can have higher ratios of success. But at the beginning there, you know, as they go along and move along the continuum, they're going to get better skilled, better business skills, better product knowledge, better at inviting and following up and training and getting people started. They'll get better, but they'll never have that pristine, raw, brand new that they just found. So don't let that time pass, right? So as you move along this continuum, the way that I likened it was kind of like Justin was saying, sometimes it can feel like you're lifting a boulder, and in the beginning it's all you. You don't have any duplication going. You don't have any exponential growth on your side yet. Like all of the efforts that are happening are pretty much yours. You don't have a leveraged income yet. And so it can feel like you are running up and down an escalator. You have to go fast sometimes to stay in place. Trust the process. Trust the process. Because as you continue on, your belief is going to increase. Your success level, your ratios are going to improve. Your ability to navigate the business, your understanding and experience of the product. Now, that won't just be yours alone anymore. You'll have people that are having all of these wonderful experiences, giving you testimonials saying, thank you, thank you. So at some point, as you move through this continuum, you know, it's always a journey. So it's like there's an arrival, but there's a time when you can do very little and a lot happens anyway. It's extraordinarily exciting to get to that point. And what happens when you're in that upper quadrant, upper corner, following this continuum, is, after you've been running in place, it's a slide. Because you will create something that you could not stop if you dropped off the face of the earth. Because now there's someone with a dream. They wake up, it's independent of you. And they've got the vehicle, and they get it, and they're in action, and there are a lot of those someones, right? And you've created something that you cannot stop. Now, this also works in the time, money way. So also, play like there's a line here that goes all the way to the top. In the beginning, let this represent time. In the beginning, over here, you're giving a lot of time and making a little bit of money. But as you move along the continuum, there'll come a time when you get to pick. You get to pick how much time you give. But you can give very little time and make a whole bunch of money. So, you know, be willing to make the journey. So here are some strategies for building belief. Number one, assess. I mean, you've got to know where you are, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in each of those areas, and just be honest with yourself. And then ask, right? Your wisdom knows, and if not, ask an upline or sideline mentor, what do you think I need to do to take my belief in myself from a 3 to a 4, right? And then stay plugged in. I cannot overemphasize this enough right now. Guys, we need the collective mind pool. We need the collective energy of everybody being so engaged, because we're doing something that has never happened before. You've got to plug in. If you miss a call because of something you got going on, get the replay of that call. Things are changing quickly. You can fall behind very, very fast. So stay plugged in. Plus, you need it. You need the mind meld. You need the influx of passion and inspiration. So important to plug in. Like, just write it in your book. Like, it's non-negotiable. You just got to be on those calls. You've got to be at the events. You've got to encourage your people to be at the events and be on the calls. You know, send a text message reminding, you on the call? Don't miss this call. You're missing it. You've got to hear the replay. I mean, instill it in your team how important it is to plug in. And then three-way calls. Like, I'm just a believer. I'm a believer in three-way calls. Like Pat was saying, you can set that three-way call up when you are talking, when you're getting them booked to say, okay, so I've written you down like for the 5 o'clock presentation. So at 5:20, I'm going to call you and introduce you to somebody. And that person, man, they've helped a lot of people become financially free. You're going to love him. You're going to love her. And I want to bring you the best I got. So this person is going to help you answer any questions you have so you can really see if this is a fit for you or not. Just set that up right then, right there, so then you call. And avail yourself of that. Even if you feel confident and competent enough to do that by yourself, like there's really power in that third party, that credibility that comes from another person that you have appropriately edified. And when they edify you, when you've edified them, not so they get a big head, but so that your person will listen going, holy crap, I'm so excited I get to be on the phone with this person. And then when that person mutually edifies you and says, you know what, you're in good hands. She's one of my best. Like, she knows what she's doing. Very, very powerful dynamic. People feel a part of a team. They know they're a part of a community. They think, wow, if I didn't have to know everything, if I could just bring someone on and introduce them, I can do this. Plus, it's that ratio of success, right? It's that somebody put their hand up because they got hope. Three-way calling is the best way I can train you. Three-way calling is the best way that I can help you get those ratios in the beginning. So avail yourself of those three-way calls. Follow the system, right? As you follow a system, first of all, you're going to get duplicability, but also you're going to go, oh my gosh, this works. This is really simple, really simple. Not that it won't take time, not that it won't take effort, but you're going to build belief as you follow the system because things will start to gel for you. And it will become apparent in everything that you do. And the reason that you want to build belief in all of these areas is because every word you speak, when you invite, when you present, when you prospect, every conversation you have, they can feel it. They can feel your level of belief. And so be committed to doing what it takes to build your belief. So that when you talk to people, like they get it. The words don't have to be even perfect, because they can feel something inside of you. Just that quiet confidence, right? That feeling that you would have if you had unbridled belief, right? Accountability, like get a partner, get an accountability partner. You've got somebody to bounce ideas off. I love what you said, Pat, about like don't make 10 calls that aren't going somewhere. Get somebody on the line and let them listen so that they can help mentor you, right? Don't get yourself worked into a dismal, frustrating place. I think this is one of the biggest challenges people have is asking for help. Do you realize that as leaders, our greatest joy, our greatest desire is somebody that pesters us? You think it's pestering? Like we can't wait to help. That's how we know we've really got a star, right? If they're just calling all the time because they want help. So don't hesitate. Whoever business, whoever team you're on, there is someone there that can help you. There is someone who is intimately invested in your financial success. And so ask them. Personal development, like there's just no way, guys, that we can really do this thing without personal development time every single day. Like building our belief in the profession, building our belief in what we've got going on here. Like sometimes I'll just go back and watch the now 18-minute exclusive online presentation. I get jazzed all over again. It builds my belief again, right? If my tank is getting a little low, it's just plug into those things. So the personal development piece is very, very important. Masterminding, like get a group of people around you, like-minded people that are going to go for it and meet maybe once a week, a couple times a month, have a mastermind group. There are a couple of other things that I think really, one thing that builds my belief is, just looking around at what else is there. Like, there's no competition, guys. Like, I know other companies. I know other compensation plans. Like, there's no other game in town like ours. And so just by way of comparison, like, it builds belief, something fierce. And, maybe the ironclad thing is action. It's just the answer. If your confidence is low, get into action. If you don't feel like you got the skills, get into action. You'll get them. If your check isn't big enough, get into action. If you're frustrated that you can't motivate your team and nobody's doing anything, Get into action. Do not slow the pace of your business building waiting for someone to make a decision. Do not slow your pace while somebody else is getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready. Do not slow your pace. Keep your pace going. Move into action, stay into action, right? If you were to talk to 2 people a day and invite them to get on the exclusive online presentation, and you did that for a month or 2, you would be in the upper 1% of people in the company. Can you imagine what results you would have? But like, it's just doing it. And 2 isn't a ton. Like, for some reason, we think it's 2 a ton. Like, you've got all day to do that. 2. We have very simple actions. Our action is, hey, take a look. That's it. Take a look. And there are 2 ways that we do that. 1, try, compare, give feedback through our modere.com sites, or take a look at this exclusive online presentation on our shifting retail sites. Take a look, try, compare, give feedback, watch this exclusive online presentation. Please don't overcomplicate this, right? And don't feel like you need every word coming out of your mouth to be perfect, because eventually, like Pat said, I just love everything you said, Pat. Like Pat said, you're going to get good. This is a new model, and what I want to share is, even though I feel like I've got a lot of stuff dialed in, geez, I've been doing this for 26 years, that, this is a new story to tell. And not very many months ago, there was a time when I sucked, right? I listen to myself and think, I got to dial this in. Like, this is not good. But I'm not willing to not go for it. I'm willing to begin imperfectly. I'm willing to begin imperfectly. Because anything worth doing well is worth doing poorly until you learn how to do it well. And to begin with fault is better than to hesitate perfectly. And action, my friends, is the answer to all of it. Action is the answer. So, vision. We've talked about vision a lot. How important is vision? Vision is pivotally important. Without vision, the people perish. What is vision? Well, the ability to see. What is vision in terms of the way we talk about vision? Vision is being able to see something that others can't. And to see it and feel it with such intensity that I've got chills right now, that we will not quit until it's achieved. That's vision. To see something that others can't. And so it's easier to have vision when you're doing something that someone else has done. We're doing something that no one has ever done before. It's a little more difficult to have vision for that, right? We're crafting it as we go. But here's what we can do to support the vision. It's in our hands, right? What we achieve, the sky is the limit. It's how big can we see it? How big can you see this? Because we get to write this story. No one's ever done this before. This story's never happened. Today, tomorrow, the next day in social retail, it's never happened. So we have an obligation to see it really, really big. As big as we can. And guess what helps that? Speaking it out loud. Speak the vision out loud. Every time you do, it becomes a little bit more real. And it becomes more real for you. Speaking your vision out loud. Vision, it helps you to push through obstacles. Vision is that thing, even if, when somebody just enrolls, for a moment they got a vision. They got a vision of what's possible for them. And so possibilities open up. When you have vision, it's the thing that has you leaping out of bed in the morning, raring to go, passionate, excited. And it has you pushing through obstacles, because when you have vision, you don't even see the minutia. You don't even see the challenges. You are focused on your vision.